Right now, the world's wealthiest people are choosing their countries the way investors choose stocks. This year, one country is on track to gain almost 10,000 new millionaires. Another will lose more than 16,000. The winner isn't New York, or London, or Geneva. It's the United Arab Emirates. Across the world in 2025, a projected 142,000 millionaires will move country, a record. That's roughly triple the number from a decade ago. Behind that single figure is a quiet contest between governments, each rewriting the rules to win people who can live anywhere. And the country losing the most is the one that ruled this game for 2 centuries, the United Kingdom. So why fight this hard? Because on paper, one wealthy resident looks like a jackpot. When the theory is a multiplier, one arrival brings taxable spending, buys property, employs staff, and funds new companies. For a small nation, the maths is staggering. St. Kitts and Nevis once earned a quarter of its economy selling citizenship. The bigger prize is the family office, a private firm that moves with the fortune and hires a team around it. Win a handful of these people, and the accounting looks irresistible. So governments built a menu, and it pays to know what's really on it. A golden visa sells the right to live somewhere. A golden passport sells the citizenship itself. Others sell tax deals. Italy lets new residents pay one flat fee on all their foreign income. But here's what trips people up. Residence, tax residence, domicile, and citizenship are 4 different things, and you can hold each in a different country. America is the rare country that taxes you by citizenship, wherever you live. And the newest offers have shifted, away from buy a flat, get a visa, toward real businesses and real jobs. The lazy answer is that the rich move to dodge tax. The truth is more interesting. Rank what actually drives the decision, and tax isn't first. Property rights and personal safety come before it. Britain's wealthy head to Dubai, Italy, and Switzerland. China's head to Singapore and America, escaping capital controls. Here's the paradox. If it were pure tax maths, everyone would live on a zero-tax island. They don't. A new, borderless class has arrived too, over 240,000 crypto millionaires. The US, with heavy taxes, is the second biggest magnet because founders pay for access to the deepest markets on Earth. And when tax does decide it, it's a brutal. South Korea is losing millionaires to an inheritance tax near 60%. So who is winning, and why? The UAE didn't just cut tax to zero. It built an ecosystem. Long-term visas, English law financial zones, gleaming airports, low crime. Britain did the opposite, to itself. It scrapped the 200-year-old deal that shielded foreigners' overseas income and closed its investor visa. Italy played it smartest, a flat fee so high it only touches a few thousand people, raised year after year. Portugal and Spain ran the cheap version. It worked too well. Money flooded housing, locals were priced out, and both shut it down. Switzerland just keeps winning stability and privacy. Singapore makes wealth earn its place. Minimum assets, local hiring, real spending in the economy. Hong Kong sells the simpler thing: invest, get residency. One country sells substance, the other sells liquidity. And the losers aren't always failing. China and India lose thousands, yet create far more millionaires than they lose. Because every winner inherits a domestic bill. Start with housing. When Portugal traced its golden visa money, nearly 9 of every 10 euros went into property, not new industry. In Spain, 94 of every 100 golden visas were tied to real estate, in cities already straining. Then the darker risk. Cyprus found more than half the passports it sold were granted illegally. And the jobs are often fiction. America's investor visa promises 10 each, but mostly claims indirect jobs through models, not payroll. Which leaves the only question that really matters. Does any of this actually work? When a wealthy owner leaves, their own firm can shed a third of its jobs. But zoom out, and the whole economy barely moves. Rivals absorb nearly half those firms, and the workers mostly recover. The collapse everyone fears isn't in the data. The mirror image is just as telling. When Britain tightened its rules in 2017, the promised exodus never came. Most stayed and paid more. The wealthy, it turns out, are anchored by business, family, and status, far more than by any tax rate. The IMF's verdict was blunt, little proof of real investment, but consistent proof of inflated prices. And the whole game is changing fast. For decades, the quiet promise was secrecy. That's ending. Over 120 countries now share account data, with crypto next in 2026. Europe's top court just killed the last golden passport, ruling you can't sell citizenship without a genuine link. And Caribbean nations, tired of a race to the bottom, set a floor price for their passports. Everywhere, the same shift, away from selling paper toward demanding real substance. So do countries benefit from chasing millionaires? Sometimes. But attracting wealth and creating value are not the same thing. Pour money into housing and you inflate prices. Force it into businesses and jobs, and it reaches ordinary people. A passport can be bought in an afternoon. A place worth living in cannot. Subscribe to Wealth Beyond Borders. See you next time.